When the seventh messenger sounded, there followed great voices in sky, and they said, "The kingdom of the world is become the kingdom of our Lord and of his anointed, and he shall reign into the eons of the eons." And the 24 elders who sit before the God on their thrones fell upon their faces and worshipped to the God, saying, "We give thee thanks, O Lord Yahweh the God, the Almighty, the one being who also is the one who was being, because thou hast taken thy great power and didst reign. And the nations were wroth, and thy wrath came, and the time of the dead to be judged, and to give the reward to thy bondservants the prophets, and to the holy ones, and to them that fear thy name, the small and the great, and to ruin them that ruin the earth. And there was opened the temple of the God that is in the sky, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his covenant, and lightnings became, and voices and thunders, and an earthquake, and great hail. Revelation chapter 12. And a great sign was seen in the sky, a woman arrayed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she was with child, and she crieth out, travailing in birth, and experiencing pain to give birth. And there was seen another sign in the sky, and behold, a great fiery red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his heads 7 diadems. And his tail draweth the 3rd part of the stars of the sky, and threw them to the earth. And the dragon standeth before the woman being about to give birth, that when she give birth, he may devour her child. And she was delivered of a son, a man-child, who is to rule all the nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up to the God, and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of the God, that there they may nourish her 1,260 days. And a war became in the sky, Michael and his messengers going forth to war with the dragon. And the dragon warred and his messengers, and they prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in the sky. And the great dragon was thrown out, the old serpent, he that is called the slanderous adversary, and the Satan, the deceiver of the whole inhabited earth. He was thrown into the earth, and his messengers were thrown with him. And I heard a great voice in the sky saying, "Now is come the salvation, and the power, and the kingdom of our God, and the authority of his anointed. For the accuser of our brothers, the one accusing them before our God day and night, was thrown out. And they overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb, and because of the word of their testimony, and they loved not their soul, even to death. Through this be ye being gladdened, O skies, and ye that tabernacle in them. Woe for the earth and for the sea, because the slanderous adversary is gone down to you, having great wrath, having known that he is having only a little time." And when the dragon saw that he was thrown into the earth, he persecuted the woman that brought forth the man-child. And the 2 wings of the great eagle were given to the woman, that she may fly into the wilderness to her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and half a time, from the face of the serpent. And the serpent threw out of his mouth after the woman water as a river, that he might cause her to be carried away by the stream. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth, and swallowed up the river which the dragon threw out of his mouth. And the dragon became wroth with the woman, and went away to make war with the rest of her seed, that keep the commands of the God, and hold the testimony of Yeshua. And he stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast coming up out of the sea, having 10 horns and 7 heads, and on his horns 10 diadems, and upon his heads names of blasphemy.